Vigilant Liberty Radio.
At Independent Journal Review, we publish news that is objective, fair, and entertaining. As one of the top websites in the United States, it's our duty to bring the absolute best to our readers. Readers like you. IJReview.com, your number one source for news and entertainment.
Hey, this is Alfonso Rachel with 20 Pound Sledge and PJTV Zone Nation, and you're listening to VLR.
Hi, I'm Dustin Hoyt with America Our Way, and you can hear me right here on Vigilant Liberty Radio at 10/9 Central on Thursday nights. We bring you the best in political commentary from the right-wing, conservative, libertarian perspectives coming together and bringing the best content on the internet. Be sure to tune in every week for your favorite shows. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Hi, this is Matt Lewis from the Daily Caller, and you are listening to Vigilant Liberty Radio.
At Independent Journal Review, we publish news that is objective, fair, and entertaining. As one of the top websites in the United States, it's our duty to bring the absolute best to our readers. Readers like you. IJReview.com, your number one source for news and entertainment.
Welcome to the Right Mike's Cattle Ranch with Cowboy Mike Miller and Cowboy Michael Housen. Dude, we got to do something about that intro music. I'm not sure I like that.
Yeah, it sounds. I mean, it's a little countrified to me, man.
You know what? Even to me, dude, and you know my musical taste compared to yours. Anyway, welcome back to the Right Mike's. Call-in number, by the way, 412-567-6879. As O'Reilly says, if you wish to opine, and certainly while we love people who agree with us, I love just as much people who don't agree with me. Now, given that they don't swear at me and get all vindictive and stuff, which is typically what happens from the left. But I want to hit on something here from last year before we move forward to predictions and stuff that Obama has made, because you have an article up on that, right, on IJR, what he says he's going to do for 2015.
Oh yes, about
yeah,
right.
yeah, that.
Yeah.
And by the way, let's just bring him in to join this conversation. This is a friend of the show, host of on VLR Battle for Freedom, our good buddy Watson Prunier. Watson, are you there, man?
Yes, brother, I am here and happy to join this great show.
Hey, we're glad to have you here. But you know what? I'm gonna bust you here, and I'm gonna tell Housen what happened Friday when you and I met for lunch.
Oh no.
Yeah. So Watson and I, good friends. The first time we ever met, it was a cool sports bar here in Indy. So we meet for lunch. Great conversation. Obviously we're having a good time. Have some good food, a couple beers or whatever. So the waitress asks, "Are you ready for your bill?" And I said yes. And as she's going off to get it, Watson says, dude, I have to go to the restroom. I said, okay, fine, because he knows we're going to leave and he's not going to be able to maybe do that until he gets home. So okay, the waitress brings the tab, no Watson, his restroom or whatever have you. So, I sign the tab, add the tip and everything. So I said, what the hell? Where's Watson? So as I turn to my beer to get the last drink, right? I looking out the front windows of the restaurant and I see Watson running at an angle as fast as to get in his car. And dude, by the time I get out there, squealing tires and the whole bit. So I don't know what that was all about.
No. Okay, no. No, Housen. Let me set the story straight. Now, he's been very generous about the story here because this is what happened. She comes over and she offers the check, and I said, "I got it. I'll take care of it." I want to get this because I appreciate our friendship. So I give her my card, and she comes back a few minutes later and she says, "Sorry, sir, I'm sorry. This is declined." So I said, "Okay, no problem." So I have another card, so I hand her that one, and she comes back a few minutes later and says, "Sorry, sir, this one's also declined as well." So I finally pulled up my EBT card, and I was able to finally cover the check, and we were able to have a good day. So that's what really happened.
All right. See, I didn't want to embarrass you that bad, but anyway.
That's perfect, man.
Okay, dudes, here's what I want to do. So, Year-End Braggadocio by Barack Obama. I want to read you guys a short quote, okay? And then I think the three of us are more than qualified to go back through and just comment just a tad on a couple of his claims of success over the last 6 years. You ready?
Please.
Go for it. Go for it.
All right, here's the commander-in-chief, the most powerful man in the universe. Quote, I have spent 6 years now in this office. We have dealt with the worst economic and financial crisis since the Great Depression. We have dealt with international turmoil that we haven't seen in a lot of years. And I said at the beginning of this year that 2014 would be a breakthrough year, and it was a bumpy path. By the end of 2000, this just gets better. By the end of 2014, I could look back and say we are well positioned today, as well positioned as we've been in quite some time economically. American leadership is more needed around the world than ever before, and that is liberating in the sense that a lot of the work we've done now is beginning to bear fruit. Finally, and as a consequence, it gives me the opportunity then to start focusing on some of the other challenges that I didn't always have time or the capacity to get to earlier in my presidency. Really?
Wow.
I mean, let's just back up a bit, okay? So he says, well, let's see if we agree on this. First of all, we've dealt with the worst economic and financial crisis since the Great Depression. What do you guys think? Yes or no?
No.
Well, I would have to say that as far as the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression, there's an argument that could be made that the late 70s, early 80s under Carter, and then early Reagan, there's an argument that the economic crisis then was worse.
I would agree with that one.
Now, when he says we've dealt with it,
that
would be the part that I would assign 4 Pinocchios to.
Bingo.
Oh, definitely. You giving him 4?
Well, 4, the way the WAPO does it, 4 is the most you can get.
Oh, okay. Well, can I use an Ebonics? I mean, actually, can I use a Common Core 4?
Sure.
It has 2 digits. Okay, sorry. My Common Core.
All right, that means you'll have to get
4
back
has
to us
2
a week
digits.
from Tuesday if it's Common Core, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's completely delusional to say that he has dealt with the issue. When we can see how many people are out of work right now, I know many people right now who've given up on looking for a job because of the fact that
therein lies exactly what Housen was saying, and there are close to 93 million people in this country no longer in the workforce. It matches a 36-year historical low. He doesn't talk about that, which incidentally, what you just said, Watson, as well, that is a primary factor in the decline in the unemployment rate, because these people are not even calculated by the government in that number. And then when you add in the fact that the majority, some sources say all is a pretty inclusive term. I would say majority of new job growth gone to immigrants, illegal and otherwise, and also a vast majority, a large portion of those jobs created supposedly, have gone to lower wages and people taking jobs below what they used to do. So, Michael and Watson, from that perspective, how in the hell can he say he's dealt with the worst economic crisis? He hasn't dealt with it. He's made it worse, in my opinion.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I think if he had said we've attempted to deal with it, if he had any sense of I don't even know what the right word would be. If he said, hey, we have done our best to try to deal with it, we've tried to apply policies that we think will work or something. I would think that when a president comes out and says something like that, you're going to want to make a statement that that doesn't call into question the veracity of your assertion, because there's no way that you could use the word successfully in front of the word dealt. And if he just had even a slight amount of humility,
Correct.
He could, if he said, hey, you know what, we've attempted to deal, or we've tried to, or we've even made steps to deal with, or something
made some
along
progress.
those lines.
We've got a lot of work to do, right?
Yeah, exactly. Then that would be something that 85% of Americans would jump on board with.
Well, see, now, okay. Now, I have to play the devil's advocate for a second here, because I think that you guys are being completely unfair to this president, because you're not affording him the same presidential handicaps that his predecessor had the option of using. Because you're not allowing him to have a higher handicap for and show grace, because again, he's not fully white, and he had a lot of white privilege to be successful in his endeavors. And I think that you guys are not considering the white privilege factor.
Well, that may be the case.
You know what? That is a point to which I repeatedly need to post myself a little sticky note to remind myself that
because you and I being fully white, we're almost callous of that idea, Michael.
That's a good point.
I was going to say that, but I didn't want to seem rude or unfair or judging. But I'm glad you did.
Okay, so let's take the next line. We have dealt. There's that dealt word, Michael. We have dealt with international turmoil that we haven't seen in a lot of years. So you guys, again, how the hell? Well, no, that sounds racist and biased, judgmental. How has Obama dealt with the international crises?
Go for it, Housel.
Well, one of the things he's done is he has laid down. And in, I guess the picture of mine, when you've got a smaller dog lying down, exposing its neck to the larger dog, Obama has reversed the roles in terms of the size and aggressiveness. But I think he's extended our vulnerable sides to all various comers, frankly.
I mean, there's no question. I mean, when we go back to the beginning, remember George Bush was an idiot. He was a stupid farmer from Crawford, Texas, a stupid rancher from Crawford, Texas. He alienated and pissed off the entire world. So Obama just told us, hey, we should be nice to people. And then he proceeded to go on his around the world apology trip. He bowed to everything from the king of Saudi Arabia to Burger King. And the dude, that didn't work out so well. And, I used to say that the world leaders laughing at him behind his back. I mean, from Putin to the mullahs in Tehran to the little, whatever you want to call him in North Korea, they laugh openly at him now. They make fun of him publicly. It's been a complete joke, not to mention what really has happened. Crimea, Ukraine, ISIS, on and on and on.
I have to commend Housum for the restraint that he showed in that example that he said about the whole dog exposing the neck